Hey, g'day folks, Juddy here. How you going? I've got about an hour to kill and I thought I'd do a little update for the channel simply because it's been a long time since I've done an update to let you guys know what's happening moving forward with the Kwakka Saké Adventure channel. So the biggest change I think I had was to just change the name to Adventure, because some people were under the impression that I was a Kawasaki, words escape me at this point, fanboy, diehard fan. I really like Kawasaki from the days of the Stone era, if you can remember that, from Mad Max. You know, those Z900s were just, there's something about them that was just magic. Kawasaki has been an innovator. I think the simplicity of the KLR is its selling point, for me anyway. I wanted fuel injection, and I'm so happy the KLR's got fuel injection. If the DR650 or the XR650 had fuel injection, it could have been a toss-up between one of those. The one thing I knew I wanted was a 650. And I remember back in the day when I was a kid, looking through bike magazines, and I was in love with the DR big, you know, like here I am. I wasn't even old enough to ride the 650, but I've always been in love with the 650 thumper. You know, from even the XT 500, you know, the XL 500, you know, they were dear to my heart back in the day. I think the XR took it from, you know, a road bike that can go off-road to a off-road bike that can go on-road. I wanted an adventure channel, to tell you the truth, and I think the best thing about that is where I live. I just have the access to the bush, and I think the on-off-road bike was a no-brainer for me. The 650, it's just a pleasurable experience. It's gained weight over the years, however, really manageable motorcycle in the bush. Yeah, I think weight is a big thing. I look at the guys on their WR 400s and you know, the KTMs, you know, the DRZ. They are really would be an awesome bike to have off-road. However, I do commute. It saves me a lot of dollars riding the KLR to work. This time of year it's a bit cool. However, those hand warmers do come in handy. Speaking of Kawasaki, there you go, a little KLX going past. I'm not sure the direction my channel's going in, but I really appreciate the people who've supported me. I hit 400 subscribers the other day and I was so happy. I was just over the moon. Most of the people who watch my channel are genuinely interested in the content. To me, that means I'm doing something right. One thing about living in Australia is we have adventure. One thing about living on an acreage is there's adventure out your back door. There's always something that I'm doing. Some people have asked me why my tag is Holistic Australia. Why is my tag Holistic Australia? Well, for the first 20 years of my working life, I was a jack of all trades. You know, builder's labourer, panel beater, fencing, roustabouting, whatever paid the bills. And I was lucky I got my hand to do a lot of things over time, from, you know, welding to carpentry to bricklaying. I think towards the end there I called myself a bricklayer, because for about 5 years straight I worked. I started out as a builder's labourer or a brickies labourer, and after a couple of years, picked up the trowel and started to lay bricks. And I used to remember thinking about building my own house. All these houses we build for other people, and I wanted to build my own house. It's simple in your mind, but actually doing it is quite a challenge, especially dealing with councils, tradies, and your partner. They want things done now. Like for me, I like to take my time, enjoy things, and I think that's what my channel's about. Is about encouraging people to do it yourself. At least contemplate doing it yourself, or do as much as you can. You can do more than you believe you can do. It's challenging. However, living in Australia, for instance, we have no need to import anything in Australia, as we have the potential to be a self-sustainable country, self-sufficient. I guess that doesn't really stack up to the ideal of the corporate world. A lot of people are corporates in our community, and it's an unfortunate fact that the world revolves around their wishes. They line the politicians' pockets. This is the way our country is headed, and I particularly don't like heading that way. I want to make a difference for my family, and I want to protect my family. The more things I can do on my own, the less I have to rely on others. The less money I have to fork out of my pocket, the more I can enjoy life. Now, enjoyment for me is not just getting it done as soon as possible. I really enjoy taking my time with something, thinking it out. I'm reasonably spontaneous. I don't use a script, and I very rarely draw a plan. I usually have the concept in my head, and I just work around that concept. A lot of doing things and undoing things, and a lot of times it just works out that way. So I believe that I'm not here to teach people how to do things, but I think I'm here to motivate people. For years, I spent motivating people to exercise and look after themselves a little bit better with their diet, just to move, to stretch, to find a place to be comfortable, even wiping your own bum. It's pretty hard if you can't reach. So where am I going with this? I've got new things coming up. I've got exciting things coming up. I'm not sure whether to let you know straight out, but I want you guys to know that I am busy behind the scenes, as I haven't touched a camera in a couple of weeks now, which means I haven't got anything to edit. I've done a little bit of filming with my drone. I'm doing this piece now. It's to keep the ball rolling. I'm really grateful that each and every one of you actually watch my thing. I'm starting to use Instagram, a little bit of TikTok, that sort of stuff. It instantly posts on Facebook, so I had to be real and finally install Facebook. I've had Facebook before, there's plenty of people on Facebook that I like, There's plenty of things on Facebook I don't like. However, if I'm going to retire and if I'm going to use YouTube as a way of supplementing my income as I get older, you know, it's perpetual. It works for me because I'm not that bad at motivating someone to do something for themselves. But I know at the end of the day, if I've taken film and I have to edit that film, I know I'm going to want interesting content for you guys. Hey guys, so coming up in the next month, I'm having a month's holidays and I'm going to be doing something that you guys are not aware of yet. It's a surprise. Surprises are good. Yes, so in the next month to 6 weeks, look out for a thumbnail. Yeah, a totally different thumbnail. And I'm hoping it'll help. Wow, this is the busiest little, like, I don't know why I decided to do a film here. And they're all 4-wheel drives. Do you notice that? How often do these people take their 4-wheel drives off-road? These guys have got too much money in their pockets, I tell you. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. Drop me a comment. I like answering comments. I like talking to you guys. It's funny, I feel like some of you guys I know intimately, even though I've never met you. One of my viewers, R&B, Robbie and Becky, dropped me a comment the other day and said, "You told me to make a movie about my KLR. Now I've got 100 subscribers." Wow, how cool is that, Robbie? Hey? R&B. I call them R&B because I don't know whether it's Robbie or Becky. Well, I think it's Robbie I'm talking to. But there's a lot of people who have been with me from the start, and I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. I want to be an adventurer. This channel forces me to be an adventurer, to actually record my adventures. If not for you guys, for my children, my grandchildren, friends, family, clients, etc. Okay guys, I'm going to let you go now. Thanks for listening. See ya.